All right, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the latest stand-up. Can I pull you over here real quick, Chris? Um, for December 15th, 2021. I'm Tim Anderson, aka Renfill. I'm joined by Joey Anderson, aka Adrador, and Chris is here, but her laptop is. We're in the middle of getting some new bits and pieces and sorting some stuff out. She's actually not going to be on the video today, but she wanted to come say hi real quick.
Yes, hi,
Um,
everyone. My laptop is not.
It's being cranky. It is working, but we had to move it, and we're getting a webcam ordered and some other stuff. So
Yes,
you're not
I
going to
know.
be on this call. So you're working on chapter 9 art.
Yes,
All right.
chapter
So you're going to
9.
wrap
Yes.
that up tonight, right?
Mhm.
You're going to finish that tonight.
I don't know.
Ah,
Maybe. Yeah.
ah. All right. Thank you, Chris.
We're watching
Um,
The Witcher. Get it done.
yeah, you have to get it done before The Witcher, because we're not gonna have time to work on anything Saturday, because we're gonna just be binge watching The Witcher. Um, Welcome to the latest stand up. As I mentioned, yeah, she's working on artwork. I'm working on maps for the tabletop module. We're sorting out, I found out black primer down here is like impossible to get hold of. Um,
But dude, I meant to tell you this the other night. Like when you said like, "Oh, I'm going to Walmart," I was like, "Oh yeah," didn't even think of it. We went to Walmart a while back trying to get paint to like paint the bale of hay like the kids do. Yeah, they had like no paint, like done.
yeah, I don't know. I can get, because there's a paint store literally across the street, and they've got white and or red and gray, like not a red. It's like a really deep, like a rust red, and then and like a kind of like a mid gray. But I wanted black. There's nothing on Amazon. Nothing will ship from the US down here from Amazon. I also couldn't find any black primer on Amazon in the US either. Even Citadel, which has their own line of spray paints, is out. They do have a can of black Citadel spray paint uh, on Amazon Mexico, and they want $200 for it. It's like I'm not spending $200. I mean,
Oh,
that's got to be a mistake, or who knows. So
I, can you find white?
I haven't found white yet. The Chris went to Walmart today and bought a can of something that wasn't the right thing, so we're gonna go back tomorrow and see if they see what they have. If they don't, I know the place across the street at least has the gray. I can work with gray.
And
Like it's not the
yeah,
best,
yeah,
but I
you
can
just
work
have to
with gray.
coat everything with a coat of black after you prime it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's not that big a deal.
no. So I'm trying to get the primer sorted out so we can get started on the miniatures. So that I'd plan on starting miniature painting this week. It's not going to happen because we got to get primer sorted out first. We went to like 4 stores trying to get black primer, and like no one, like I literally, the guy at the paint store, when we finally went to that place, he was like, "Yep, I've never even heard of black primer from any of the suppliers in Mexico. Like they just don't make it here in Mexico. They don't have a none of the
Huh?
Mexican fabric. I said fabricas. Why am I blanking? Factories. They don't make black primer in
Huh?
spray
I'll be
cans.
darned.
So I was like, well,
That's
that
interesting.
sucks. So
Yeah.
trying to get that sorted out for miniatures. Once that is done, we will get started on painting the miniatures. Um, we're getting some supplies from the US. I had to order a new keyboard, got a webcam for Chris, so that we can her. So just real quick, her laptop, just the monitors being crazy, so we just put it behind the TV so that she doesn't have to deal with it. And so she's just using the TV as the monitor. But as a result, she doesn't have the webcam from that to join tonight, so we just ordered an actual webcam, um, and which will be better for her anyway long term because she can move around and do different things as opposed to only ever having it right here. Because I like this, like I showed you the other day, like I can, because I can freely move it, so I can point it down here when I want to do the miniature painting and stuff. So she's going to be doing miniature painting as well, so having a webcam will be nice for her because then she'll be able to actually do the same thing and put it down at her desk and showcase when she's painting miniatures for the streams. So that's what we've been working on. I've got the outline mostly finalized for the short story I'm going to write for the Christmas thing for Patreon. I'm going to start on that this weekend. That should be a quickie. Probably take me a week to write if I work on it every day. Um, and I can't think of anything else. Um, well, we did. I guess I did. I don't know if we mentioned this since the last time because I think it happened between last week and this week. We got affiliate status on our Twitch channel. So for those of you who followed along and helped us out with that, thank you so much. Obviously, we do a lot here on Twitch. The big thing that most people are tuning in for is the D&D sessions on Sunday nights, but we also obviously do these Wednesday night stand-ups every Wednesday night. I'm doing incarnate streams once a week. We're doing art streams. We're gonna be doing art streams once a week or twice a week once we start painting the miniatures. Um,
Mhm.
I say art streams, I mean painting streams, and then Chris will have art streams eventually. And then, are we still planning on doing a Saturday stream of the adventure game?
Let's go see if you could do Saturday morning.
What time?
I don't know what time.
I don't care. I get up
What's your, your
7, 8.
well, me too. So, I was thinking like if I get up, go check cows, get back like 8 o'clock,
All right.
8:30.
Better shoot for 8:30. That way you've got clearance time to not rush it. 8:30 a.m. Saturday. That way I can make an announcement and get people prepped for that. I should do a newsletter tomorrow too. Um, okay, so we'll do a live stream
My
Saturday
internet
morning.
usually work. My internet usually works better in the morning, anyways. Not everybody's on it.
Right. So, oh, and FYI, I was double checking because Starlink actually came. It got here in Mexico a month later than it was expected. It was supposed to be in October. They started it in November, and I was checking for the other place. It's not there yet. They said target. We have a target window of that area in 2022, but it didn't say what time in 2022. And I was just checking your place.
You check.
I did
Oh,
check your
okay. So you did
place,
check mine.
and it said the expansion window for your area is early to mid 2022. So,
That's what I saw last time I checked it, which was like 6 months ago. So
yeah, so assuming they're still on track for that, who knows?
next summer maybe.
I honestly, they've been pretty good about their scheduling. So I'd say I would count on more towards mid as opposed to early 2022, but it might be there by summer. Oh, when you say next summer, you mean the summer coming up? Or do you mean
Mm,
2023 summer, like sarcastically?
No, no, I meant 2022 summer, like
Okay, yeah,
July
okay, yeah, yeah,
2022.
yeah. I think that's realistic. Um, anyway, yeah, Saturday morning we'll do that. Anyway, and Chris is working on artwork for chapter 9. So, all right, that's all from my end.
Cool. Mine's easy. Sunday night we did the D&D deal, which was a great session, by the way.
Yeah, it was
Um,
awesome. Hey, Sparrow.
and then just working on fleshing out Marin's Rest some more, man. Try to get some of that wrapped up so that we have something to actually show on the stream. Just the nasty, dirty, grindy stuff right now. Buildings, getting zoning to work, and sometimes that's an issue. I did run into an issue with trying to. So so far, I've only in one scene ever had a camera because when you go through one of the hidden doors, like you zone, you set up a trigger box to change cameras. Well, I was having some issues with when I left that zone into another zone and then tried to come back. It wasn't wanting to switch cameras, but I got that fixed. Um, so yeah, just all the grindy stuff of getting the areas flushed out, which is
Your
probably the most time-consuming part.
your episode 5 will go out on Friday at 11.
Yeah, I think that finally uploaded
It did.
yesterday or this
I
morning. I can't.
scheduled it this morning, so
No,
okay.
so
So that'll go out on Friday. Then we'll
uh,
go on Saturday and show people the boring stuff that you're working on. The stuff that we think is, I don't know. Some people find it exciting, but it is just It's
I find
hard.
it exciting when you scroll out and you
Yes.
see it. It's that part's cool, but the actual like the nothing's been fit. The game isn't any bigger. You can't do anything in these new areas. It's just there for looks.
It's no different
At the
than like
moment.
working on the module. It's like every day trying to go in there. When I was working on it every day back in, March, April, May, the source book, it was like every day you're going in and trying to do 1,500 words, and
Right.
that's don't think about it beyond the 1,500 words that you're doing for the day. And then it's like
Yep.
3 months later, it's like, oh, I've got 30 pages, and now I can scroll out and start to see what this is going to look like once we get art in it and it's laid out and we've got headings and fleshed out into chapters and subsections and we've got character art and
Yeah.
all that other stuff. Um, but it is sometimes difficult when you're just working on the minutia of I'm building fence posts today and I'm
Hmm.
planting
Hmm.
shrubs. And it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, 'cause somebody was tuning in. I think it was Guia was tuning in and watching me do the incarnate stream the other day, and he was saying something along the lines of because I was doing the boxes and tables and torches in the walls and putting lighting in it and everything else, and it's an hour and a half of that, and that can kind of be boring. But then when you do a scroll out and you take a look at the map and compare a screenshot of the way it looks at the end of this session versus the way it looked at the beginning of the section, you could see how all of that starts to layer on. But also, it was funny because he was saying something along the lines of, "This is the kind of work that I will get." Um, Welcome back, Sparrow. He said that's the kind of stuff he'll just get lost in and spend way too many hours in. And I said that's why you set time limits and say,
After.
I have 10 hours max that I'm allowed to spend on one of these maps. Because if I look at that from an hourly perspective and I'm charging myself conservatively $35 an hour, um, a 10-hour map is worth a chunk of change. So at that point, I feel justified in putting a 10-hour cap on it. By the way, I don't work for $35 an hour, but that's a conservative estimate if I was paying someone else to do it for me. Um, I charge way more than that. But I think I can get these maps done in 5 to 6. I don't. We'll see. I'm 3.5, 4 hours into this map so far, and I think I still need like 2 or 3 more sessions, which would put me right at about 6 hours. But you're right. It's like the little things of like, and it's not always fun when you're in there placing boxes because it's just like Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, rotate, move, change the size. It's no different than what you're doing. It's
Yep.
just in a different platform. Um,
But it's important
it is.
because if you don't rotate that thing that you just copied, it's like, wait, that looks exactly the same as that, which is the same as that. Because the real world, we do copy and paste a lot of things. Like buildings are all built the same, but you do have to make it look
I don't
somewhat
know. Have you
unique
ever
and
worked in
different. But that's
construction?
just, yeah. Everyone's a little different because somebody's like, fuck it.
Yeah, 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 man. I, I don't have fond memories of that Porches project in Steamboat Springs because the
Uh,
framers, the framers on that project were some of the worst. There
yep.
was literally some shower stalls and ceiling like half a dozen times. We had to have the framing ripped out and and it pissed the general contractor off because he's losing time now because we're telling him we can't install the tile or the
You're
marble
you're
and
an inch
granite.
you're an inch and a half off a plumb. Yeah, we can't.
Yeah, we can't. That's not to code. And if I install it and it's not to code, and there's a failure and a tile falls off the ceiling, a 75-pound of marble, piece of marble falls from the ceiling and hits somebody in the head in the middle of their shower and kills them, I'm the one responsible for that. If I installed it on framing that's not up to code, and they would always get bent out of shape because like, oh, you tile guys, you guys are always just such a pain in the ass, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so tell your framers to stop smoking so much weed and like just do it right the first time. So anyway,
Do their
yes.
job.
So sometimes
Construction man.
sometimes things can all be the same, but also not always the same because you get lazy people on job sites. So anyway, random thing for the night. Um, anyway, yeah, I guess that's a good place to wrap up. So Saturday, if you're watching this live right now, we'll be going live Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m. We'll be doing a live stream of the point and click game. I don't know what we're going to show yet. You'll tell me when we do that Monday morning. It'll be a surprise to me. And then I don't know when this will go out on YouTube. Probably Saturday morning. But and we'll probably do that video Sunday morning. So stick around for all that stuff, everybody. Thanks for following along. If you haven't already done so, make sure to follow this channel here on Twitch. If you want to throw us some support and you've got a Prime subscription, it is free to subscribe to our Twitch channel if you've got Prime. If not, you can subscribe the old-fashioned way. You can also support us over on Patreon, patreon.com/wandering hermits. You want to say anything, Chris, before we leave? She's not interested in coming back over here, so I'll say bye for her. And don't forget, is there anything tomorrow? We're not doing anything tomorrow. Maybe I'll do another incarnate stream or something.
No,
If
because
not,
tomorrow's Thursday.
yeah, if not,
You're supposed to be doing painting, but it doesn't sound like that's gonna happen.
not gonna happen this week because I gotta get the primer sorted out. We're actually going back to Walmart tomorrow so that I can take that can that she got and tell the guy this is not what I wanted. Do it right. I'll go look and see what we can find. If not, I got the store across the street. So we will be painting miniatures starting next week, I think. Except next week's the holidays. I don't know. At some point very soon. And I got to sort all of Chris's art prints out because we got to get those ready for the Etsy store. Um,
Mhm.
yeah. Anyway, stick around, folks. We'll see you Saturday morning. Thanks so much for your support. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, check out the links below if you want to join our Discord. See everybody next week.